Hello, let me answer this way. Ladies, have you ever met a guy who's really, really nice and find out he's married? And then when you meet you think he's a jerk because man, he's cheating on his wife, right? And then when you meet his wife, she's totally in love with him. This is what men do in this modern time. They have a duality or even multiple personalities. So they might see this woman and go, man, I don't have to do anything for her. I'm not doing nothing for her. And then he may meet the next woman and say, oh no, with this one, I have to work a little harder because she don't tolerate that. And then with this one over here with the wife, well, I have to pour all the gravy on her because she is my wife and I don't want to lose her. So it's not that easy to get a quote good guy because the men are making choices about what kind of man they want to be in the moment. They're not carrying this sense of character and morality like they did in years and years ago, where men said, my word is my bond. These men say anything to get what they want. So it's really not that easy to find a quote good man because let's say they're quote good in a way that they understand what it means to be good, right? They know what they should be doing, but they choose who they're going to do that goodness with. They're not just applying it across the board because they're dating women that they don't really value. So they're giving her trash, right? If she takes it, that's on her. That's how they see it. And they're going to stay another woman and give her the goodness that they know they should be giving a woman they care about. Do you understand? So, women, it's up to you not to allow any man in your life that's not giving you good treatment that you really expect. Because these guys are not idiots. They know exactly what they're doing. They are going to see how much you will tolerate. And a lot of times, we tolerated a lot of nonsense. It's not that we picked the wrong guy. The guy knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing. But because we tolerated his nonsense, he kept shoveling it out and shoveling more. And we were like, but you know what? I didn't think he was like that. And you have a conversation, you're expecting more from him. He's like, I'm going to do it. Whatever she allows me to do, I'm going to do it. So that's why it's important that you guys, as women, that we do not allow nonsense in our life because these men know what they're doing and they will go to the next woman who is not tolerating it and they will give her some goodness to get her interested. And then some of them won't even give her the nonsense because they could see right away she's not one of those. But you sitting there tolerating it, they're going to keep dishing it on you. But the woman that's not tolerating it, she's going to be getting the world. And the woman they value, most importantly, I want to make sure it's clear, the woman that they value the most, she's more than likely going to get the best treatment because they really know what they're supposed to be doing, but they will give nonsense to whoever is willing to take it. They will give nonsense to the women that they don't value. And I'm not using the word respect on purpose. It's who they value. They might not think you're such a big catch. And so they're going to give you some little crumbs. And if you're willing to eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, well, then they will keep feeding it to you. If they find the next woman that they value, they will give her the world because that is what they want to give her. So very often, this one man will come across as a bad guy for you, a good guy for her, or vice versa. You might be getting the good guy version of him, and the next woman is getting the junk version of him because that is what he's choosing to give her. So I don't believe it's that simple anymore where these men are just good guys versus bad guys. I think they are turning themselves into different people based on who they're talking to very often because they've learned through the music, through the older men, it's okay to trash some women. It's okay to mistreat them. The songs told them to mistreat them. So more and more women are like, wow, I can't believe he did that to me. And then we're telling them, oh, you should have picked a better guy. No, he was a good guy. He has a nice job. He drives a nice car. He goes to church on Sunday. He's got great friends, but he chose to play me out. Why? And I'm not testifying. Don't come over here telling me who hurt me. I'm explaining to this fellow that the guys that we are calling good guys don't always behave as good guys. A lot of times they misbehave and they mistreat good women. And this is why so many women are upset, because they did get mistreated by, quote, good guys who made bad decisions because they didn't value the woman. Do you guys understand that? You can tell me anything you want. You're not going to get me to stray from this point. Because at the end of the day, those same guys who went from this woman and hurt her feelings, this woman and lied to her, this woman and burnt her, he gets married tomorrow to this woman and they're happily married forever. How does that happen? Oh, he changed? Stop it. The only thing that he changed was the way he treated this woman, because he always knew what was right and wrong. He just chose not to do it for the other women. Ladies, that is why it is ever so important that when a man is not treating you the way that you feel you deserve, and it doesn't matter if the whole world is telling you that your standards are too high, you have to go by what you believe in. And you don't have to listen to anybody else's advice, because you have to be the one to live with what choices you make. So if he's not treating you right, it's because he doesn't want to. They're not idiotic. They're not stupid. They know what they're supposed to be doing. Do not stay with any man who's mistreating you, because he's probably, if you picked him, he's probably, most of them know what to do. He's just doing it because he thinks he can get away with it. And when he finds a woman that he truly, truly values, he will not play those games with her. Now, there are some men that don't know they're disaster, and they have a hard time. They've got a lot of issues, and they're going to botch every situation. But that is not what's going on right now. What's going on right now is men are choosing that they will treat one woman a certain way and another woman a different way. It's the same guy. So be careful who you entertain and allow in your life. As again, if they're not treating you the way you feel you deserve, you believe you deserve, if he's not respecting you, if he's not returning your calls, if he's not taking you places, if he's not respecting your desires, if he's not being honest with you, if he doesn't care about what happens to you, dump him as soon as possible. Sooner rather than later. When you see the first action, dump him, because he knows exactly what he's doing. If you didn't do that, why should he? Don't tell me anything about he's a man. That makes him more likely not to do those things, because he wants you in his life that he wouldn't be messing up. If he really wanted you in his life, would he be making all these disastrous mistakes? Well, guess what? If he is, then maybe you don't need someone like him. Maybe he's not ready for a real relationship. I think I made my point. The men are changing their personalities and their conduct based on the women that they're with. So you're not getting a bad guy versus good guy. You're getting a guy who's with poor behavior, who's deciding to exhibit poor behavior. That's what you're getting. Hope everybody understands that. Now, if you're going to comment, please don't go on another topic. I'm not talking about single mothers. I'm talking about these men that are saying, and women, choose better. It's hard when the guy is choosing to treat you like trash, even though he's going to treat his next girlfriend like a princess and marry her because he doesn't value you. That had nothing to do with my choice. It had to do with what he chose to do. That's why, again, dump them sooner rather than later, because they are wasting your time, because they know how to treat you. Most likely he's choosing not to treat you well because he doesn't value you. Thank you guys for leaving this comment and allowing me to create this video based on your comment. Bye, everybody.